Okay, so the woman that I'm going to talk about is Deborah. There's not a lot in there about her, and her name means bee. Now, I looked up bee for the Hebrew, for all kinds of things. Her name means bee. There's no other name for it, but maybe because she was busy. She was she was the only female judge in Israel. She was the only one ever. And she was a prophetess. Now, she was married to a man named Lippittith, who was essentially her clerk. She had a tent, and she would sit under this tent between the palm trees, and she would judge. And he would be the one that would escort people in to, she would preside over, but he was the one that coordinated all these things for her. So Deborah was a judge appointed by God to lead and guide the people of Israel into ways of righteousness. Judges were leaders who tried cases between people, helped people follow God, and occasionally fought battles against their enemies. So the characteristic of judges in those days was brave, crafty, fearless, supportive, valiant, strong, and they were to judge the people fairly, never twist justice or show partiality. They were never to accept a bribe because bribes would corrupt the decisions of the godly, and they had to have critical thinking and decision-making skills. So she was also a prophetess, which meant that she was a spokesperson for God. Prophets and prophetesses were to speak what God said, whether the people believed them or not. They were to bring the message. If they didn't listen to the message, it wasn't on them. They were just to say what God told them to say. So in Judges, Israel had done evil again and again and again. And they were in bondage in Canaan for 20 years. So they cried out to God, and God heard them.